Luciano is calling on the government of Jamaica to ban dirty lyrics in songs.
Will save us.
The same way they banned plastic bags, scandal bags.
Do it in the name of love.
The messenger comes to defend that call right here on our stage.
Shake for the cash.
And what led Spice to label MC Nuffy a pedophile and drug mule? Nuffy's attorney, Ludlow Black, comes to confirm or deny a defamation case against the dancehall queen. Who tops the list of 2018 movers and shakers in reggae and dancehall? Rough Cuts Nigel Staff will help us with that question. E-news, reviews, and more are all coming up. Welcome to the show, everyone. I am Winfred Williams. We'll be right back.
Loyal, someone with his sink off like court trial. Informer want judge have me on trial. Them days that me don't just no boy nor girl.
Reaching more and more screens around the world every week. Onstage, so much more than entertainment.
Lloyd Parks enjoyed stellar support from fellow artists and fans alike for his 44th anniversary concert at the Mascamp Village in Kingston last Saturday. Dubbed Genuine Gold, the legendary We the People band leader had support from the likes of Luciano, Richie Stephen, Judy Mowat, You Roy, Half Pint, Big Youth, Little John, George Nooks, The Mighty Diamonds, Johnny Clark, Horace Andy, and more. And among audience members, Minister Babsy Grange, William Mafood of Wisinko Group, and DPP Paula Llewellyn. Highlights of the show is posted at Onstage TV on YouTube. With all those events now behind us, all eyes are now on Rebel Salute, set to unfold January 18 and 19 in St. Anne. The Roots Festival has Epican taking over the Herb Curb. Believe it or not. Epican, of course, is Jamaica's first legal medical marijuana store. And with us right now to talk Epican's activation at Rebel Salute is the brand's head of marketing, Jermaine Bibbons, on our stage. Jermaine, sir.
What's up, man?
Good to have you, man.
Thank you. Good to be here.
All right, so what will the treatment be for Rebel Salute?
Well, we want, well, first and foremost, as you know, a lot of people know about the store and the brand, the Epican brand, but there are still a lot of people who don't know of us yet. And this is an opportunity for us to kind of get the awareness out there.
Okay.
It's the right place, it's the right people, and it's a lot of people, you know. It's also, reggae does a lot for cannabis.
Okay.
And for us, this is an opportunity to kind of pay back to the music and the culture of Jamaica, what they have done for where we are now. Our activation will be around, you know, telling people about our different strains, the medical applications of the product, because it's more than just high grade and, you know, and stuff. There's so much to the plant, so much to it that we want to get people to be aware of.
Okay, so the patrons can come to the curb.
Yes.
And get information and ask questions, and
Certainly.
people will be there to answer.
Yes, we'll have a medical cannabis spa. So if you're tired of standing all night,
Yes.
there's a relaxation zone there for you in our booth with cannabis spa and your massage, you know, just a therapy if you're tired and weary for the night.
Okay, so what about your other products and service? Yeah, do you have a doctor on location, for example?
Yes, we'll have a doctor on location for anybody who needs an advice, you know, a quick consultation. But the main focus for us is around display and education of what the brand is, our different strains. Getting people to know about us, that's the main activation point for us.
And for those who have come, who know a thing or two about you, how are they responding? What are they saying now? How do they feel about the store? What's the general feedback?
The general feedback has been great. Over the past months, the traffic has increased. People feel like this is world class. They didn't expect this to be in Jamaica. You know, a lot of people have traveled overseas California, Arizona, and I see this kind of execution, the store space in those places, and they're saying we're matching up and even exceeding what they're seeing overseas. So feedback has been great.
So at Rebel Salute then, this is where patrons can now physically, especially those who live overseas and are coming for Rebel Salute, and those who live outside of Kingston, elsewhere on the island, along the coast, St. Mary, St. Anne, Ganja place them there. They can come to Rebel Salute to know more about this Epican place that they're hearing about in Kingston, right?
Yes, definitely.
And have some questions answered.
Yeah, certainly.
On location, right around the clock, all night?
Right around the clock. I know one of the big questions that we're asked all the time is, will we have, cannabis on sale? Unfortunately, we can't, based on our license, sell outside of the store.
Okay.
But we'll have, we'll be there to answer your questions and to tell you, why you should be a part of the Epican world. What we have, what sets us apart, which is really our quality, organic, certified organic cannabis.
Certified organic.
The only one in Jamaica that is certified organic. And I think the more people know about us, the more they will trust and come to our store in Marketplace Kingston. And that is really the goal, the awareness and interacting with the consumers one-on-one.
Nice.
Definitely.
Well, sir, we certainly will be there to see Epican in action at the curb. And I'm inviting all my friends and fans to come over and know for themselves.
Yeah, and one next thing before we go, we currently have a promotion with yeah. If you buy a ticket, any class of ticket to come to the event, and you get a discount on the Epican vape pen. And for more information, you can check the Rebel Salute website.
Okay, so you're not saying what size discount they get?
No, you can check the website for the...
Check Rebel Salute website.
Yes.
For what discount they'll get
from the vape pen.
From the pen, from the
with
vape.
The purchase of a Rebel Salute ticket.
With a ticket. Thank you, sir. Blessed love.
Thanks.
All right, stay with us right here on stage. Still to come, Luciano calling on the government of Jamaica.
Do it in the name of love.
To ban songs with dirty lyrics.
Will save us.
The same way they banned plastic. The messenger comes to defend that.
Me know me good.
What led Spice to label MC Nuffy a pedophile and drug mule? Nuffy's attorney will be here to deny or confirm a defamation case against the dancehall queen. And who tops the list of 2018 movers and shakers in reggae and dancehall? Nigel Staff will take that one. All coming up right here on our stage.
Reaching more and more screens around the world every week. On Stage. So much more than entertainment.
What led Spice to label MC Nuffy a pedophile and drug mule?
Not what you expect me to say.
Nuffy's attorney, Ludlow Black, comes to our stage to confirm or deny a defamation case against the dancehall queen. Mr. Ludlow, sir.
Good to meet you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too, and good to have you.
Yes.
So, is there a case against Spice?
There certainly is a case, Winfred. Certainly is a case. It's clear-cut based on what I've seen on Instagram and the other things that I've been seeing on the social media. There is definitely a case.
So you've actually filed a suit?
No, we haven't filed a suit yet. We're still in the process where we're negotiating. As you know that Spice has a legal team as well. Mm-hmm. So we're in the process of negotiating. Certainly if negotiations go south, we will definitely sue.
So what exactly led to her calling him that?
Your guess is as good as mine, Winfred. I'm not sure. It's just I woke up and I saw social media buzz with it, and I saw it and I said, this is really strange that she would come out and say this. It doesn't seem to be a provoked action because I don't see anything where Nuffy may have said something or anything like that. It seems to be unprovoked. So we're uncertain why or where it's coming from, but we definitely want to respond in a mature manner. And I think what makes the claims even more damning is the fact that Spice would have been his friend for a long time.
Yes, that's all I know. No,
Yes.
he's always defending Spice, promoting Spice. Every time he comes on the stage, he's always promoting her. And all of a sudden this.
Yeah,
and
that's
so
what
it's puzzling to me what
It's a real
exactly is
shock.
going on.
It's a real shock.
And he doesn't seem to know. He doesn't know.
He's just as flabbergasted as everybody else. We don't know why. But I think that a strong message has to be sent that this kind of a behavior cannot be, entertained, especially in the dancehall industry, which is looking to expand and go overseas. There has to be a level of professionalism that the artists maintain on social media.
And that's a very big question, the whole thing of social media, because we couldn't do that. We
Yes.
couldn't broadcast that. We would be
Being
party to the case that you're filing against
There we go.
Spice. We would be party to that if we broadcast
Yes.
that kind of
because
information.
you're helping to further something that is incorrect
Yes.
and that is wrong. So definitely we could, write you and ask for you to cease and desist with airing stuff like that. Certainly would want that specific thing to be pulled from the internet totally if it can be, but that based on dissemination now it's everywhere, and a lot of people have seen it. She has 1.7 million followers on Instagram, so you can see the impact there. The law is there, the defamation law is there, and the statute is there to govern things. So with the changes in the statute now, he doesn't even need to prove that he got any special damages or lost any money in hand.
Yes.
He can just bring his action nonetheless, just for the mere fact that Spice said what she said.
Okay, so damage. Would you be seeking financial damage?
Yes, man, we'll be seeking financial damage and as well an apology, a formal apology, using that same medium
Yes.
that Spice used to disseminate those lies.
She would have to post something
We'd want her to, definitely,
to apologize.
for sure,
And at the same time pay some money for damage?
for sure. That is what we'd be going after.
Okay. Well, sir, I hope it doesn't have to get to that. I hope there can be a settlement before.
We're hoping for that as well.
But what it is doing is opening our eyes to the whole business of defamation.
Yes, and it's
Even on the web.
Yes, and it's really new to the dancehall industry. I don't remember a recent defamation case happening in dancehall. So I think I encourage other artists that if things come out about them, come and see me, come and speak to a lawyer and see if you can get that thing, because it's a serious thing. Your career can be tarnished forever as a result of these things.
But does the fact that it's on the internet, right, and it's global,
Yes.
anyone can reach it
Yes.
anywhere on the
Yes.
planet.
Yes.
And MC being an entertainer,
Yes.
Nuffy, an entertainer, he's even calling himself an artist. I'm not so sure about that. But he's playing in the
Public.
global space.
Yes, yes.
And certainly in the global dancehall reggae space,
There we
if
go.
nowhere else.
Yes.
So how does that impact damage?
It does impact damage because, the more people see it is the worse we can argue that it will be. Also, the fact that suppose Nuffy is to get some kind of a contract abroad or something, and somebody sees this about him and say, boy, I'm not willing to take a risk on somebody like this because of what I'm hearing about him, even though it's lies. Okay. Persons may turn away from him. He may not get as much show as he usually gets. So it's a big thing. So we're really quantifying everything, putting it together and see what we can put forward.
So though the web, using the internet,
Yes.
this 1.7 million
Yes.
followers,
A
a
lot
lot
of
of people,
Retweets,
that's powerful.
sharing, yes.
And very good for promoting Spice,
Yes.
but it can also be damaging for her.
Very
because the
damaging
money,
for her.
the financial damage would be greater because of that.
Yes.
If it was said locally and was contained to a smaller
There we go.
following
Yes.
by the artist, it would have
Yes.
been less, wouldn't it?
It would have been less of a hit because, if it's global, remember, places like Nike, Adidas, suppose they want to come to Spice and give her a contract. They may say, boy, we may not necessarily want to do that again now, given the fact that she seems to be very, very light of lip. And she may speak out on something that we may not agree with and we might not want our brand to be associated with. So the long-term effect is there, and the fact that it's so wide will definitely affect the damages.
So in terms of calculating and damage, you're looking at reach,
Yes.
you're looking at potentials.
Yes, potential for Nuffy.
Wow.
Bookings that
so-
he may lose or not lose. We're looking at case law that has come
But
before.
that's infinite, isn't it?
Yes, it's,
Potential is infinite because you could come up.
There
as
we
this
go.
law, you can put a lot of things in.
there we go. He might be on the cusp of something great, and she may have, what she has said may have taken him away from that or caused him to lose an opportunity that would have been a money maker for him.
So this is really a serious case.
It's a very serious thing, and that's why it always has been a serious thing. But it seems as if the dancehall industry hasn't come to appreciate the fact that, you know, you have certain rights, and certain persons can't just go on social media and say, hey, you're this, you're that, without proof. You understand? So that is a culture that needs to change in the industry, and as we get more professional out here, we will be able to do that.
Okay.
Talk isn't cheap.
Lord Low, sir.
It was a pleasure
Thank
being
you.
here.
And as I say, I hope you guys can have a settlement out of court and it doesn't escalate into anything more than what we see here. All right, there you have him right here in this segment explaining and shedding some light on the case being brought or being considered by Nuffy against the dancehall queen Spice. Stay with us right here on stage, still to come. The Messenger calling for the banning of dirty lyrics in music, the same way politicians, the government, ban plastic. Same thing. Coming up.
Unto you the Most High.
Reaching more and more screens around the world every week. On Stage. So much more than entertainment.
Who tops the list of 2018 movers and shakers in reggae and dancehall? Rough Cuts Nigel's staff will help us with that question right now, right here on our stage. Sir Nigel, sir.
Happy New Year, my boss.
Happy New Year to you,
well.
sir. Good to see you.
Yes, sir.
A big year for you. I don't have to ask, because you see everywhere covering everything from here to eternity.
You make me feel like the cameraman.
Oh, gosh.
Like on stage TV.
So we know you've been exposed to everything, and you have a privileged perspective. So tell me, sir, did we move the needle in 2018 in music, in dancehall and in reggae?
I wouldn't say so. I think, as usual, we have acts that had phenomenal years, but it doesn't really translate into the general movement of the industry upward. Shaggy had a great year with Sting.
Oh, yes.
Chronix had a great touring year. Sean Paul had a great touring year.
Gong won the Grammy.
Yes, Gong won the Grammy. Popcorn had some phenomenal shows. He's always seems to be on the cusp now of crossing over, but he has mobility issues. He has little things that keep him from going over.
Yes.
But generally, the music is still where it is. We're in the middle of the total transformation of the digital industry, so to speak.
Yes.
And I don't think we're even ready for that.
Oh, really?
No,
We're
I don't
still
think.
behind.
I think we're still looking at the 1 million views as 1 million albums sold. Where in reality, you have to have 1.5 billion views to be certified platinum, as if you had actually sold 1 million CDs or 1 million vinyl.
And streaming.
Yes, streaming is here to stay. It's not going anywhere.
And we're on to that, because I now see people, reporting streaming.
Right.
Who's streaming the most
But
music.
the numbers that they're reporting are minuscule.
Yes.
100 million.
In the scheme of things,
In
yes.
it's
Yeah.
I've been having conversations recently where I've been trying to tell people that it's one internet. It's not like you have a Jamaican internet versus a US internet. It's one internet, and all the Drake songs are available, and all the Munga songs are available, for example. It's the same persons that will access a Drake song. The Munga song is right there. But for some reason, our niche markets and the markets we want to get into, they aren't purchasers. They're consumers, but they're not purchasers. Whereas the people who follow Drake worldwide, they are purchasers.
So that's a question. That's a question about moving the needle, because we've been always at the cusp of breaking in and trying to get our fair share, because the music is very present. It's always present in mainstream, but not necessarily carrying the face and voice of the Jamaicans with it. In other words, other people doing it, and it's the same styling and concepts and lyrics and chat and slang and so on, all of that. And even some of your rhythm, in there too. But we're not seeing enough Jamaicans. So the question that we're asking then is, what is holding us back? Why are we not attracting the buyers of music, more buyers of music, rather than just those who are looking for, who can't even afford it or and so on?
I think there are a lot of little things that we need to fix.
Yes.
There's a language barrier. There's a songwriting barrier. There's a rhythm making barrier.
Oh,
In the simplest terms,
that sounds like the entire record.
yes, it is the entire record. But they're just little tweaks here. There are certain decisions that you make in production that will make all the difference. And these are real life examples. Sean Paul, back in the day, he said, "Give me the light and pass the draw," which is short for hydro weed. When the song was about to cross, they said, "We cannot play draw on our radio."
Yes.
Sean went back into the studio. He said, "Just give me the light and start the show." And that's the difference between no records and 8 million.
Are we rejecting that kind of suggestion?
A lot of times the artists reject it. A lot of times the producers don't have the vision. It's the vision to say, we're not just making songs for Weddy, Limelight, Nipples Tuesdays.
If you're hungry for it, Nigel.
It's not even hungry.
We're
It's
hungry
just,
enough?
It's not hungry. It's perspective. It's just to know that the white 14-year-old prepubescent girl in Nebraska, she's clueless. She's clueless. But then on the other side, you have Charlie Black, who does a song that just resonates with the entire South America and all the Spanish-speaking people. It just resonates. And he was like really successful with that record. I'm waiting to see his follow-up record or follow-up records in that vein with that kind of beat, because he hasn't been on that kind of beat or that rhythm since then. You see what I'm saying? There's a continuity that we're missing in language. There's a continuity that we're missing in the music. There's a face and a lifestyle that we need to present consistently, both qualitatively and quantitatively. We need more people doing that, and we need more people doing that with quality for it to really sustain.
So often we talk about the supply side, you know, the type of music we're making, and how they are made and so on. But not a lot of us are speaking about the market side. What do they want? What makes the kid in Nebraska buy a record? How do they make the buying decision? How often do we look at that? Because, and what gets you into their face? And that will bring into question now the attitude, the drive, the understanding of how the thing works, which I think, and you have to give, and I think Sean Paul can answer it, because he's been in the mainstream for over 15 years.
Yes.
And Jamaicans should be proud of Sean, and more people can learn from what he's been, because maybe the formula is very simple, but a lot of us, our ego is so big and so on, we don't even want to call Sean and ask him, oh, you stay in the mainstream. Every hip-hop artist, tons of them want to be Sean.
It's really about understanding, though, you know, and that's the only missing piece in my estimation.
Not discipline, Nigel. What is
you can be disciplined doing the wrong thing, you know.
Yes.
You can be disciplined.
Do we have enough discipline in this space?
I think we do. I just think we're just functioning in an industry that we're clueless about. The industry is just changing. 5 years ago, nobody was talking about Spotify in Jamaica.
Yes.
10 years ago, nobody was talking about Tidal. It didn't even exist. Now, it's on every kid's lips. It's just the new way of life, which it was different when I was growing up. And I say understanding because Sean writes a different kind of record. Shaggy writes a different kind of record. Stefflon Don writes a different kind of record. Even Hood Celebrity, she was the only artist, if my memory serves me correctly, that got play on Hot 97 last year. And that was the song of the summer for them, which is different from a Ragging King who totally demolished Jamaica.
Yes, but hold on there now. So you get the song, because, okay, you use the supply side and you get the breakthroughs, because the song will drag you through. Are you prepared now to become the brand? The
Yes.
brand that will carry That and more songs.
It's a whole nother ball. There's so many problems, and there's so many little problems.
Do the investors seeing you a brand that they can invest in?
And they're even looking for more than a brand, you know. They're looking for a lifestyle.
Yes.
Cardi B is a lifestyle. She's not only trying to sell T-shirts, she's a way of life. And little kids, that same little girl in Nebraska, she wants to be Nicki Minaj, Pink Friday, years ago. Every little kid was in pink. Dora, it's a way of life. And we had that with Bob Marley. We had that with Shabba Ranks. We had that with Shaggy, Sean. You know, we keep calling the usual suspects because of their international success. But it was cool to be Jamaican.
Okay, so you mentioned Raggin King, the breakout, undisputed breakout of 2018. What promise is there?
Early days,
Do
yes.
we see promise?
I see promise.
A new path.
I see promise. I just don't
The ability
see.
to break.
I see the promise. I
break
don't
this-
necessarily.
the glass ceiling, the dancehall ceiling.
necessarily see the team with the vision. I see the team with the vision with Shenseea.
Okay.
I don't see the team, and I'm not saying it's not there. I'm just saying from my vantage point, I'm not seeing it yet. Raggin King's melodies are different. The whole Mobe coming to Kingston, controlling the space is a new phenomenon for us. The way the girls dance in Montego Bay versus how they dance, it's a big difference. It's like the way you speak in Mandeville, different from how you speak in Savlamar. There are inflections and differences, and it's interesting, and we're embracing it. His melodies are good. I'm just wondering if it's sustainable. Governor is another guy who,
Governor, yeah.
really, he surprised me this year. Like, I literally woke up one morning and it's like, the talk. So I'm saying it's there. The music will always be there, and we'll always make good songs. Will we make good songs that can translate into other cultures, into other way of lives, and allow people to say, I want to be Jamaican?
Well,
They're actually doing it.
they're still saying that.
Yes.
But
Is it cool to be Jamaican?
Aye.
Shaggy did his concert. What's the name of it? I can't remember. And he brought Sting. And he and Sting have been touring for 1 full year since. 1 entire year of touring based on
have a
the
nomination
collaboration
for a
of
Grammy now?
one song, just a fusion of both lifestyles. I'm just saying, it's doable. It keeps things done.
It created a whole product.
Yes.
But who are we to watch? Who we can look at this year?
Well, I'm watching Coffee. I have to say Coffee. Oh my gosh, that song is so refreshing. I feel like a fan of music again, where I listen to the song every day. And I listen to the song as a regular kid on the street.
It's one of those songs.
Yeah, just one of those songs. Big up to Coffee. Munga, you find it. Munga, you find it, Munga. And he's found that song to the point where all of his other songs that were genuine hits are now fresh again. I think we need to watch Buju Banton. That's gonna be spectacular. March 16th, everybody is, I don't know where we're gonna have place and space to put so many seats.
Restart.
It's, boy, what a journey this is gonna, it's gonna be interesting. I mean, go for it, bro. Go for it. I mean, it's all yours.
So, all in all, exciting year ahead.
Yes, I think it's an exciting year. I just think we just need to do those little things that take the international space into consideration, because that's where we have to go. That's where we have to outsource our incomes. Expect a lot from Governor. Expect a lot from TJ. He's talented. He's genuinely talented. I expect a lot from him. I expect a lot from Sean and Shaggy as usual. I think Shaggy's tipped to win the Grammy. His numbers and his contacts. I'm really looking to see another great 10 years with some new artists being birthed. This whole lifestyle that we're living now, that the international industry tends to shun and say it's not dancehall. I want us to package it so that they think it's cool to be that. I don't like the fact that right now we're considered to be gay bashing, bleaching scammers. They're afraid of us now more than they were before. I mean,
Nigel, Bless you, sir. When
Yes,
next you
sir.
come now, it's going to be rough cut.
Yes,
A
definitely.
long time something doing it.
Long time.
Yeah,
You have to
duck me,
about it, but no,
Yeah,
no,
duck
duck.
me.
You know, on a duck. We try to put in the work, my brother.
Rough
So,
Cut, the birth and growth of Rough Cut.
Yes.
We'll be right
Sounds
here on our
good.
stage.
Sounds good, bro.
Music and chat,
Yes.
right? So Rough Cut is outstanding.
We're
as far as
30 this
concerned.
year, you know. Rough Cut is 30
Oh
years.
gosh, well let's celebrate right here on stage.
okay.
You hear it? 30 years in the biz.
30
See, that's why you know so much. Right, man, we called to tell us, to help us with this question of the movement of our music in 2018 and what we could look forward to for 19 and beyond. All right, stay with us right here on stage, still to come. The Messenger, calling for the banning of dirty lyrics in music. The same way politicians, the government, ban plastic. Same thing. Coming up.
Do it in the name of love.
Reaching more and more screens around the world every week. On stage. So much more than entertainment.
During his performance at Lloyd Park's 44th anniversary concert in Kingston last Saturday, Luciano called on the government of Jamaica to ban songs with dirty lyrics, the same way they banned plastic scandal bags. The roots rock reggae messenger comes to defend that call right now, right here on our stage.
Greetings.
Well, go on,
Bless
sir.
and there, man.
Messenger,
Give
good to have you, sir.
Greetings.
Happy New Year, sir.
Same to you, man. Give thanks
blessed
for the
Lord.
win for it. It's an honor.
All right, sir. So you were making this big call on the government to ban lyrics, ban songs with dirty lyrics. How, in your mind, can this be achieved?
Well, firstly, secure public places or public spaces, like on the transportation. Terrible when you hear some of these buses passing with the type of music being played. I know you have little children, young people going to school looking for a future. They're hearing all kind of garbage and it's forced on the minds of these young generation. These people, these youths can't manage it. Some of the elders might be able to deal with it and siphon out some of this garbage. Like sometimes I'm in the traffic, I hear some youth drive up beside me and the type of music they're playing. Some of them might respect me and turn it down. And then I say, boy, see messenger, they can't make him hear them thing here and try change and play all the chronics. So you can see that in their conscience, they feel guilty to know that they could be playing something like this in public spaces.
Okay.
So if a man want to make all kind of music and play it within his own private premises, to me, I'm free. If a man want in a place that doing private thing, to me, you can't control that.
Okay.
But public spaces.
Okay.
And I believe that the behavioral pattern of the people also, as a result of this kind of music they're listening to, that is indecent conduct.
Okay.
These are
Because
some of the-
in plastic bag, they are holding manufacturers, distributors, businesses accountable. Are you also suggesting that record companies, producers, and those should also be held accountable?
I believe so, sir.
That those who produce it.
Definitely. Because most songs come out, they always say a producer name with it. And they always want the publishing and all that. So how can a man be getting publishing royalty from destroying the very fabric of humanity by destroying the morality and the sanity of the people? How can a man be expecting payment, publishing and royalty from this? To me, this music is a gift from the Almighty God. God gave us this message. We should deliver all this big message that is going on out there, destroying the very lifestyle of the people. Let my man feel say, well, he can live any old way, a man, and teaching a man how to kill a man in a song, right place if you shoot a man and I tell man how, whatever. To me, these kind of things are inciting violence.
Yes.
And also derogatory lifestyle. Diabolic living.
Yes, they're promoting and glamorizing those things.
Definitely.
So record companies, record labels, producers, studios, businesses that are registered
Thank you,
businesses that are operating
Right
in our
across the board.
space, you're saying,
Yes, sir.
they should be held accountable
Definitely.
for some of the dirty lyrics in songs.
Definitely, sir.
Well, the next question the next challenge you have now, what do you consider dirty lyrics in the context of freedom of expression?
No, one has freedom of speech.
Yes.
But freedom of speech to say what? You know, to me, there has to be a line. We have to draw a line. No mere man singing certain songs about if you not like me, whatever, go whatever, your mother. This to me is demoralizing. When I growing up as a youth, whenever I hear a man say something like that,
yes.
I have to look out to see all a lightning lick somewhere or somebody give him a lick somewhere. To me, the whole moral standard of our music has fallen so low, and it also is reflecting in the lifestyle of the people.
But I don't think you can legislate morality.
What do you mean? There has to be, then if look here, if a liar, if Nuffy can get a liar to defend
yes.
a person who says something against him, it's just word, you know. Mm-hmm. But the very thing about defamation of character, these words are powerful. Yes. To me, if we have a sensible team, like I always believe that we always could have a committee that whenever a song comes out, it goes through a process whereby the committee listens to it, and we have a thing like pump it or dump it. If we listen to a song and we see that it's not conducive to the growth of the people or the spiritual well-being of the people, then we dump it.
Yes.
And if it is good and encouraging, we pump it.
It's a murky.
No, something like this that was already in existence, you know.
Yes.
On radio,
yes,
on TV.
I remember, and it failed, didn't it?
No, it didn't fail. It just wanted more encouragement and people to support it.
For regulators, to get a body of regulators to regulate morality is going to be a massive challenge for any people.
It's the same way you regulate the morality in the music. It's the same way you regulate the morality in your families, in your home. If you're in your house and you see your youth come in and playing certain type of things,
yes.
and in the presence of his mother or his other siblings, then you have a right as the parent, the father, head of the house, to come and say, yo, wagwan in your son.
So how would a process like
So the
that
government now is like the parent for the country.
Okay, so the government being the parent, they would select a group of individuals, right? To listen to records and determine what should be played in public spaces and what shouldn't.
The same way in which you have a Bureau of Standards.
So when somebody makes a record, they will have to submit it to this body.
Thank you, sir.
Before it is worthy of public playing
and also before it is released.
Media is already under regulation. The media is regulated, you know this, right?
To a certain extent, because there are so many DJs and selectors because there are certain radio they're playing and bleeping out the songs, you know.
Yes.
They're doing that, you know.
But that is illegal. That is not.
All right.
That shouldn't happen, you know. That is not legal.
So if the government can come with a law, sorry, I don't cut this out.
Yes.
But if you can come with a law to say, cut off the dance at 2 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like they could come with a law, a legislation to govern public smoking. I'm just giving an example, analogy.
Yes.
They legalize marijuana, but they have a new law coming to say you can't smoke in public places because secondary smoking is just as dangerous. As
there are conditions.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
So it's the same thing that they can bring in with the music, my brother.
No, I don't ask you to have...
I don't have all the answers.
I don't ask you to have all the answers.
And I honestly believe that
through all of it. But you're throwing it out to your challenging leaders.
All other great minds,
yes,
people who have gone through the whole process of human well-being and behavioral pattern and lawyers and people who are scholars.
Yes.
Get on board with me.
Yes.
I believe we need to lobby for this. The same in which the government thinking about the sanitary well-being of the country, thinking about the scandal bag is destroying the environment. Mm-hmm. The government also has to look into the Department of Public Messages going on out there, the music that is being played, and the very well-being of the generation.
The social behavior in our space, the decorum and all these.
Yes, what I'm saying.
Are some of the questions
we're
that
not
would
gonna
have to be...
We're not going to bring in a draconian law or legislation where we're going to beat man and all them things and lock up man just so. Put a fine to them. If a man knows if him sing certain type of song which is out of the ordinary and which is not acceptable. Because the Bible says, let the words of thy mouth and the meditation of our heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Jah. So not only in the sight of the Almighty, but our parents, our teachers, our elders, people, respectable people, our little children, our little youths. We should also be considering these things. So there has to be something that govern or control this.
Okay, the next big challenge is the World Wide Web, where most of the culprit, quote unquote,
Yes, sir.
are consuming and sharing
Good.
dirty lyrics.
Good. Very good point.
How would you now go after
Very
them?
good point. Well, listen, there was this video about a man who was dancing. I don't know if you saw it some time ago. A Spanish man was dancing in the street and then he decided to walk up on a live wire.
Yes.
When him go up there, don't know what happened. Is that something he always do all the while? But that day there must have been some rain. And when him go up there, him grounds the two high tension wire. And the man light up like a bulb. And the way him drop, it was so hideous that they had to take it off the World Web. They couldn't show it, they couldn't allow anyone to see this.
Facebook and them had to ban it.
So
yes.
even Facebook have a control over them thing, you know.
Yes.
If them see certain things right
They're
now.
being pushed too to
I'm telling
control
you,
more.
I'm telling you, and
Yes.
next thing again, Brother Winford, most of these things that these people putting on out there, they don't realize that they're making it's like a profile they're setting up for themselves. All these artists and all these
they're setting a profile.
they're setting a profile for themselves.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, all of this information, don't believe that the World Wide Web is just something you can go and just play. This is a tool for the CIA and FBI. They're using all this information that you send out there. And they have a whole catalog of all that is happening. And the whole profile is there. It's just a matter of if they zoom in on you and say they want you now.
But
Them just type in and call
yeah,
and
because the same web is where you could now go and search up and look at who are the culprits in dirty music.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Dirty music culprits.
No, if a man
can easily be found on the web. So the web it is damaging to especially young people.
Right.
I think.
That
I
is
think
good
that
and
they're
it's bad.
consuming. Yes.
Good.
But it's also good because it's where you could know who are the culprits.
It's good
and where a case can be made against somebody who is a repeat offender of whatever rules there are.
Thank you, sir. For example, if you go in the dance hall and see how they harass the women in the dance hall, and they bring in all manner of things in dance hall, mattress and canvas. No, this to me is not music anymore. This is indecent conduct, and to me, it needs to be addressed. You don't see a woman come and strip herself naked and they're having sex in the dance hall. Something needs to be done. The same way which the government can be talking about loud noise act. They need to come with something to deal with indecent behavior of these people. And there's some of these videos where I see a man even drying out dead man out of chunk. And man I take a pickaxe, stick a lick man a jawbone and this kind of thing. These things will make, this is what the youth them watching and becoming so evil. Because when a man leave a dance, I remember one time we used to go to like Martinez, when we watch our 3 Kung Fu show. When by the time you leave out, you're so psych up that if a man say anything, a snake and can reach him.
That's true. That's true.
No, when a man left dance on there,
you really feel like you
when a man left on dance and stay so underneath him special and hear a man say, yo, murder the thing there. And nobody will fling with them. Some innocent people and just bounce upon some innocent people and come home from work and kill them.
Cha-cha.
So the government, the Bible says, without vision, the people will perish. Yeah. The government need to have that vision. Not about environmental control. Not knowing about, because to me, what the government needs to do is educate the people. In places like England and Canada, Japan, I'm just coming from Japan. It's one of the cleanest countries I've ever been to. And they have scandal bag in them supermarkets, same way. To me, the scandal is not the problem, it's the lifestyle of the people.
We have a big challenge here in Jamaica in terms of making people feel part of the common good. For people in Jamaica to subscribe to the common good.
Yes, sir.
For them to know what's in it for them. I don't think we've done a good job with that.
That is
in
true.
our in our so-called independence.
That is true.
Independent Jamaica.
Well said.
We
Well
haven't
said.
done it yet.
It's true.
And that's why people feel they must destroy what is truly
That is-
theirs.
that is true.
They're destroying the world. You look beside some of the offenders, their parents.
It's true.
Women with their kids and men with their kids going on with all these crazy
Come on,
things.
man.
And then they say they love their kids.
Look, you know.
What kind of world are
Oh,
you
my God
creating for
almighty,
your
man.
kids?
This is sad. No, even the scrap iron companies, the government took too long before them really stamp in and say, well, you have to lock down some of these, have a license for this, because of, you have some man go on, like you see, you're working on your car, you left your engine out tonight, to come back with the next piece of parts, by tomorrow, a man move your engine, saying go and sell scrap iron. So if you don't have no discipline in a country are going to just go to ruins.
Yes.
They're building up bridge, and the very copper that run, if you set up the thing, the man them thief out the copper if you go sell it. So if a government don't step in and stop these kind of things, we don't even have a country. The very fabric of our country is at stake.
And the fact that our people are not helping with policing, and policing don't mean you become a snitch or nothing. What it means is that you're defending your own future and your children's future, because a piece of Jamaica belongs to you. Jamaica is yours.
Definitely, sir.
It's as much yours as it is the Prime Minister's
But
Jamaica.
I think that...
And we must find a way to get people to the table and to subscribe to the common good. That is what they do in Japan. That is what they do in the UK. That's what they're doing in Canada and all these places that we're rushing to go.
Them have scandal bag in Japan, you know. Nice, decent with all flowers, man, it pretty, but look, you know, it's just how the people deal with it, because if you see the cleanliness of this place, man, I'm even planning to go and live in Japan, the way the place clean.
Speaking of which, let's talk a little bit about music. How do you sum up last year now for you? What's the music,
last year,
Lucy?
we'll have a new album out, as I say, last year we released In the Name of Love. It's doing good and getting a lot of good reports, and, you know, the people, you know, talking about even the Philharmonic Orchestra, the Messenger Live in Holland. I think that was the last show that we did with Mr. John Holt, Sir John Holt.
Sir John
So it's very
Holt, yes.
significant for me,
Oh, yes.
because I remember it was there the last moment. So even when I watched that performance, it touched me deep, I tell you, King. And I realized to the level that people love our music so much that even the people playing in the orchestra, they were full joy in it.
Well, my friend, you know, I know you facilitated us on stage. Yours truly.
Blessings. Yeah.
On the road in Europe.
Give thanks.
And in the Far East.
Blessings.
For a first-hand look at the impact of our music on cultures around the world.
Yes, sir.
And you facilitated that for us, brethren.
Thank you, John.
And thank you. So, you
It's
know,
an honor,
because
man.
we've seen
And it was great
with our
having you
eyes.
on the
And
road
we
with
came
us.
back with the stories of these
Fire and all them, man.
these cultures consuming and loving
Oh, my
reggae
God,
in
man.
ways that are unbelievable to us.
And I tell you, if you have a house and it a run chaka chaka, it not go run good. Right now, even President Putin
Yes.
is putting some form of control on the music there.
In Russia.
In Russia.
So they soon ban us.
Yeah, I wouldn't say ban us, but
we are going there. It's a burgeoning market for Jamaican
no,
music.
there's some places that they don't accept dancehall artists in some places, like Muslim
The
speaking
UK
countries.
has been clamping down.
I'm telling you. So if we don't clean up our thing and keep it clean, because the rhythm by itself is innocent. We're not talking about the dancing and things, because we like to see the youth them dance and express themselves. But when a man put devil lyrics beside it and I do the devil, that to me it becomes devil worshipping. No, our music is supposed to be praising the Almighty God and inspiring our people.
So this year, what's your itinerary looking like for 2019?
It look busy, you know, sir. And honestly, for December, normally I would go out and perform, but I decided to stay this season in the country and do some local shows. So hence I did Mr. Lyde Parks, I did the Third World show, very nice. Egyptian show. I did also the New Year, bringing in the New Year in Trelawney at the 876 Beach. And now we're going to do Rebel Salute. So I'm making sure, and I have also on the 11th, Roots Bamboo in Negril. And we also have Maga dance celebration. We keeping it
As you
real.
mentioned, Rebel Salute. I remember a Rebel Salute in St. Elizabeth,
Oh my
where
God.
you were coming from. We just come from
Sweet Mama Africa. Yeah, man, Gambia.
Gambia.
Yes,
You were coming
yes.
from Gambia. And you took about 25 minutes to wreck Rebel Salute that morning.
This is right.
It was the break of
Oh
dawn.
my God.
And it was yours.
Yeah, I'm
you
telling you,
owned
man.
the place.
Yeah, man.
Bushi.
I was so touched, and moved because honestly, sometimes your timing when you go on stage has a lot to do with it,
Yes.
You can have so much to give to the people, but if they wait till daylight and you will come out and the people are hungry and are hands. A wrong time in that. That's why I beg Brother Tony, I say, Brother Tony, I beg you, no put me on too late.
Yeah.
You know people may wait, some of them will wait, but oh, come on, man, how much can they wait?
Yeah.
Put me on right in that time, you see 3 to 3:30. Me no want pass 4 or 4. To me, that she...
You earned it, man. You earned it.
Yeah, it's that 3 o'clock time.
You deserve it.
The
Yeah.
3 o'clock time, I have a nice piece of breeze that blow through to. When I feel it, I say, this is it at the time now. Because I'm a spiritual man. You can feel the spirit that come through.
Blessed love.
But it's an honor,
Messenger,
and
as
great
usual.
seeing you, and just all the best for the new year,
Yes, sir.
2019. We're just praying for Jamaica and praying for the people in the music fraternity and the movie industry. And begging the youth, them don't get too caught up in the social media thing. Because you see them, they say, cock mouth kill cock. You know?
Yes.
A cock mouth kill cock in the fire.
All right. Well, wonderful advice there from the messenger.
Yes, I give thanks.
All right, and that's where we leave it this week. Winfred Williams, on behalf of all of us, thanking you for joining us. Do join us again next week for more On Stage.
Glory, hallelujah. Hallowed be thy name. Most High God. Say glory be to the Most High God. Hallowed be thy name. King of kings and Lord of lords, worthy to be praised. I ascribe to you dominion, power and grace. Through all the years and years to come, you'll always be the same. It's me again, yeah, as I fall on my knees today. Help me, God, I pray. Don't follow me, carried away. It's me again, yeah, as I fall on my knees today. Help me, God, I pray.
All right, thanks for watching our video. You know what to do. Click, subscribe, and be on our stage always.